TJ the Wheel Deal coming at you with another session of the whiteboard. I was doing these a while back. We're coming back to it. It's like Tasty Trade Mike and his whiteboard. This is TJ and his whiteboard. Let's face it, I'm a lot more entertaining. Seriously though. Anyway, so what do we got? We're talking about BMNR. This is the road to $1 million. So I'm gonna walk y'all through the entire mindset, the entire trade, what we have going on right now, and what my vision is for the future as to how we could actually get to $1 million. So first things first, let's talk about the costs. There's 40,000 shares, paid $56.58 for them. So the cost was $2.263 for the shares. And then there's 100 leaps. There's the 75s expiring on 1/15 of 27. I'm dyslexic this morning or something. So they're expiring on 1/15 of 27. And they cost 230 grand. There's also 200 covered calls at $62 expiring on 11/7. And there's 300 covered calls at $70 expiring on 11/7. Those are all the knowns, if you will. So it's like, how much would we make if BMNR did a moonshot from here? So you take the 20,000 shares at a $62 strike. That's going to be $108,000 in profit when you do the math, right? You paid $56.58. You sell them for $62. You take that profit and multiply it times 20,000 shares, and that's how you get to the $188,400. On 20,000 shares sold at $70. This is again 70. I'm a little off this morning, but I think the math still checks out. Hopefully it's $268,000. But then we also receive premiums for what? Selling the covered calls. Because whenever you're going to take on a risk, you're going to put a cap, you're going to put a ceiling on your position, right? A profit ceiling, if you will. You get paid to take on that risk. And for selling the 72s, we picked up $112,250. And then for selling the $70 calls, we picked up an additional $70,585. So the total between potential share price appreciation, capital appreciation, if you will, and the premiums for selling the covered calls would be $559, or yeah, 559 grand. Call it 560 grand. So BMNR blows past 70 by 11/7, which is about 3 weeks from now, give or take. We're already sitting on $500,000. Now I am running the poor man covered call strategy as well, from the standpoint that against those leaps, I sold 100 covered calls at 70. So I'd have to babysit those, first of all, so that we still have 100 leaps that are free to run. Or I could lose $10,000, $20,000 on that particular trade, and I'm okay with that, so that my leaps are free to run. So essentially we will be free rolling on those leaps. That is actually the best case scenario for us, because we free up all of that capital right there, right? That 2.2 is going to come off the books, and we're going to have more capital to work with, which is going to reduce our buying power for all the huge positions that we have sitting down the road. So that's the road to $1 million. So we're going to have to rinse and repeat this a couple of times. What's an awesome scenario is maybe lose the 62s, and BMNR is trading at like 67, 68 on 11/7, because then now we got what? An additional 200 covered calls that we could sell for the next cycle, maybe at a $75 strike, possibly an $80 strike, bring in another $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in premiums, and then do the same thing on the poor man covered call with the leaps as well. So let's just say we could bring in another $100,000 in premiums and qualify for more capital appreciation. That's the way that we can get to $1 million. Another thing that we could do to get to $1 million, if I feel really, really strongly that BMNR is going to do the moonshot, is to pick up maybe another 10,000 shares. Because then this would just make all of these numbers that much bigger. Anyway, TJ the Wheel Deal signing off. As always, guys, stay blue, stocks green. Peace out. God bless you guys.